What's good? Welcome in those that are in the building. Salute to you, Marley 13, for sliding through the door. Appreciate you for coming through. It's been a minute since I've been live. But last night I was just laying in bed and I was scrolling and ran across an update, which I'm pretty late on it. But I went ahead and started researching everything that was brought out about the story of Sinzae Reed. I have done a live on this story before, but I'll give you a reminder of who Sinzae Reed is or was and what happened to him. Sinzae Reed was a 13-year-old kid that was gunned down by a white guy named Craig Butler. In the very beginning, the information that was provided about this story was slim to none. But the evidence or the information that was given out to the public said Craig should have been locked up somewhere. Right? Craig was seen getting out of his red truck and shooting Sinzae twice, one in the chest and one in his palm/wrist. Welcome in, Lioness. Welcome in, Jizzle. He was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Now, after Craig did the shooting, he got back in his vehicle and drove off. Signs of a guilty conscience, right? Now, at that time, I'm pretty sure those who heard the story at that time was like, well, why the hell did he do that? That's the question that I have. At the time when the story first surfaced, there was no signs of Sinzae having a gun, a weapon, anything. But things change. Now, Craig was arrested a few days later and charged with homicide because the coroner said this was a homicide. But maybe a day later, maybe it was longer today, the charges was dropped because Craig said he shot in self-defense. Now, the first thing I thought when he said that was, wait a minute, you got out your car and shot this kid. He was outside. What kind of threat did he pose to you? But in Ohio, when you claim self-defense now, which this law just changed back in 2021, in which before the law changed, if you claim self-defense, you have to prove that it's self-defense, or should I say the defense have to prove that. Now that the law has changed, the prosecutor takes that burden, which is crazy. Because to me, that sounds like all I got to do is say, hey, I shot him in self-defense, and you'll drop the charges? No, we know it don't work like that. Not for us, not for people my skin color. Hell no. Don't work like that. But that's what happened. So the update that I ran across yesterday was he will not be charged with murder. He got a few other charges. Tampering with evidence, illegal misuse of a gun. And both of these charges only add up to about 3.5 to 4 years. Sounds like he's getting away with murder to me. But we're going to take a look at this video real quick. I got a few on we're going to look at. They're not long. because I got some more information to share with you as well. So let's take a look at this one first.
Joining us now is Sinzae Reed's mother, Megan Reed, and community activist DeJuan Sharp. Thank you both so much for your time and joining us tonight. Megan, just want to start off by saying our deepest condolences go out to you for the loss of your son, which I cannot imagine the pain that you continue to feel. It's been nearly 3 months since your son was killed. Just take us back to October 12th, if you will. What was your son doing that day? How did you learn about what happened?
That day he woke up, he told me that he wasn't feeling good. He went back in his room. I was cooking, so I went in the kitchen. I didn't even know he went outside that day. Like less than 10 minutes later, the neighbors came banging on the door saying that Sinzae got shot. And they took Sinzae to the hospital. And they told me that he was shot in the chest, which I only thought at that time he was shot in the chest. They told me that they was trying to get his heart to restart for 20 minutes. And then they came back and got me, my mom, my 2 sisters. We went in there. As soon as we went in there, they called time of death, and that was at 6:26.
DeJuan, Columbus police are investigating, but they say that they are still waiting for key ballistic evidence nearly 3 months later. Why do you think that it's taken this long?
I really don't know. Like, I know I received a paper from the coroner saying that it does take like 2 or more months. But as far as I know right now, that my son got shot 4 times that I know of. Once in his chest, once in his right hand. His right hand's with his right leg. And 2 times on the side. So even if Craig is trying to play self-defense, he shot my son in his right hand for sure. So that means my son had his hands up. So he should still be in jail to this day, but he's not. He's walking around a free man.
DeJuan, question for you. There are some people on social media who are making a parallel between Sinzae's death and the death of Ahmaud Arbery. That's taking, in that scenario, it took months for arrest to be made. Do you think that that's a fair comparison?
I do believe it's a fair comparison, but we can't really do comparison right now. We're just focused on the law right now. Craig Butler, he was the one that was not allowed to have firearms. Craig Butler was the one that opened fire in the school zone that almost hit multiple people. Craig Butler was the one that fled the scene. Craig Butler was the one that had to get apprehended by SWAT. And then it changed off of his self-defense. When we have people in the community, from us just coming out here talking to people, we found witnesses that seen it, that said since they didn't have a gun, that Craig had the gun. And the police is investigating, but they're really investigating us, because after we had our rally, SWAT team hit their neighbor just looking for a gun that they did not find. There had never been a gun. And we don't understand why Sinzae is being tried, and he didn't do anything wrong. He was just 13, but a convicted criminal with the illegal firearm firing. When we do have new gun laws here in Ohio, we're supposed to have enhancers. Craig should have just seen 10 years alone just for having the gun.
And so just to confirm, no one has ever said that Sinzae had a gun, correct?
No one has said he had a gun. We got the original police report from which they released to the media when that happened. No gun. The city used Sinzae's name and likeness when they thought it was black on black crime. But when they found out it was Craig that killed him, it was been complete silence. We haven't heard from anyone on any type of policy. I'm just a community activist. I came over here to make sure that she was okay from her losing her son.
Megan.
Now, it's about a 7-minute video, but we pretty much heard what I wanted you to hear. No one mentioned he had a gun at all. Now, that was 3 months after the shooting happened, which just happened back in October of last year. We're what, 6 months later. Longer than that, I believe. Yeah, about 7 months, something like that. Now take a listen to this. Where's the video at?
Also breaking now at 4, new details on a shooting death of a 13-year-old boy. Prosecutors today revealed the 13-year-old Sinzae Reed fired first in an exchange of gunfire last October. The details came in court late this afternoon in the case against 36-year-old Craig Butler. Butler shot and killed Reed, claiming self-defense. Prosecutors say multiple witnesses confirmed that Reed fired first. Butler is still facing felony weapons and tampering charges in the case. A judge today set $105,000 bond.
As time goes on, things change. Now they got several witnesses saying they saw Sinzae shoot at him first. Where were these witnesses at in the very beginning? Because the witnesses that originally spoke said he didn't have a gun. They said Craig pulled up, got out his car, shot him, got back in his car, and left. Now the story changes. You know, it makes me believe that these new so-called witnesses, they know Craig. They know Craig. Or they just want to push this under the rug and helping law enforcement just get rid of this. Let's just get rid of this. Sound like a bunch of BS to me. Take a look at this.
And we begin with details on that shooting of 13-year-old Sinzae Reed.
The man who shot Reed is not charged with murder. In the past few hours, 10 TV has learned witnesses changed the entire case. 10 TV's Richard Solomon has been following this story since it broke, and he joins us now live in studio with what was revealed in court today. Richard?
Well, Yolanda, Andrew, for the first time in Craig Butler's arraignment today, prosecutors revealed several witnesses came forward who say 13-year-old Sinzae Reed shot first at Butler while he was in his truck. That's when they say Butler got out of his truck, fired back, killing the teen. Now, this all happened back in October of last year in the Wedgwood Village apartments. Butler told police he shot in self-defense, but we never knew why until today. The Franklin County assistant prosecutor says a witness told police they saw a boy in a mask and a hoodie shoot at Butler. The boy was later identified as Sinzae. Now, it's important to note that police did not find a gun on Sinzae, but witnesses say they saw someone move a gun away from him before officers arrived. It's also important to know that no shell casings were found near Sinzae, and there were no bullets found in Butler's truck. Butler was initially charged with murder, but the charges were dropped. He is currently charged with improper use of a firearm and tampering with evidence. Now, after that hearing, we spoke with an emotional DeJuan Sharp, who's a spokesperson for Sinzae's family. Take a listen.
We get no justice here. There's nothing we can do. There's no enough protests we can do. Nobody wants to see a child killed, and they're just letting this man walk around free. Even in the courtroom, the prosecutor said it. There has been no gun ever found, ever.
And if Butler is convicted, he could face more than 4 years in prison. So far, no court date has yet been set. And of course, we'll continue to keep you updated on this once more develops.
So, I played that because I wanted you to hear everything. No gun was found, but a witness said somebody walked up to Sinzae and removed an object. They wasn't sure if it was a gun or not. Okay. No shell casings was found around Sinzae. No bullet holes in Craig Butler's vehicle. No bullets found nowhere in none of the houses on the other side of the street if he was shooting at him. Come on, man. Come on, man. Keep it real. Damn right, I'm with you. I'm with you. Sounds like a cover up to me. Just would say, so if you're defending yourself in the vehicle, wouldn't the reaction be to speed off? For me, it would be. For me, it would be. First thing you see people do when gunshots go off is they run.
Right.
Background noise, there, bro.
Hold on.
I'm gonna just put you on mute when you're done. Just come off mute when you're ready. So, if the evidence does not support the claims, I guess just because he said he was reacting in self-defense, the new law, again, for those who may have missed it, there's a new law in Ohio for self-defense. Now, if you say you're defending yourself, you don't have to prove it. The prosecutors do. They got to prove that you're lying. It can't be that goddamn easy to just shoot somebody and say that. It can't be. There's a problem here, people. There's a big problem here. You good, bro? Okay. Yeah, I guess he'll come back when.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Is it still
you
bad?
good.
I might just.
You good?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I didn't hear if you. Yeah. I know you see my comment, but yeah, definitely, it's like you in a car and you claiming self-defense. But what do we see every time? Every movie you see, or anytime, when shots get fired at tour buses, or we done had rappers get shot at in cars, and what do? They speed off.
Damn right. Damn right. Hey,
They get low.
Yeah, you get ghosts. It's a natural reaction to get the hell out of Dodge.
Right.
But in Ohio, the law changed, and it seems like now their law is protecting the shooter instead of the victim.
Right, because you said they have to. The prosecutor has to. What did you say? I heard when I just came in. I heard you say that.
He has to prove that he's lying. If he claimed that it's self-defense, the prosecutor now has to prove that he's lying. When it used to be, if you claim self-defense, the defense have to prove that it was self-defense, and the prosecutor.
Right. So yeah, I see what you're saying. It kind of plays into the hands of the shooter.
Yep.
Instead of to the hands of the victim when it comes to the self-defense. That's crazy.
And they brought up Ahmaud Arbery, but you know what case this really remind me of? Trayvon Martin, bro.
Yeah, I see how you can say that.
Yeah, this man got away with killing this man. He had Skittles in his hand, bro. Oh, man, that's some bullshit, bro.
And when it comes to the quote unquote witnesses, it's like, but see, I don't know how things work in cases like this. Do they usually tell you, that there's witnesses or eyewitnesses up front, or is that information that they tend to hold off on?
Well, they sure told us that the witnesses said he got out of his truck and shot the kid, and they said there was no gun. He did not have a gun. Now, 6 months, 7 months later, the witnesses, they're new witnesses, because obviously this is a different story from what we heard in the very beginning. So to me, I don't want to say they held these witnesses' statements private. I feel like they just came out, and I don't believe they real.
Right. Because they said the prosecutor such and such brought the witnesses that are now saying, like, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
That's like a completely different story.
it's just hard for me to believe that, like, 6-7 months later, now the story changes, and then, as you heard, there's no evidence of him shooting. There's no shell casings around him. There's no bullets in that man's truck. They ain't found no bullets nowhere in that neighborhood where he would have supposedly shot. So if that's the case, then you have to take these witness statements that you just received as bullshit. But it seems like they dismissed the murder charges, and they're just gonna charge him with
tampering.
Tampering and misuse of a gun.
Yeah, that's basically like getting off.
Yeah, getting off, because he could face up to 4 years. Doesn't mean he's going to do that time.
That's basically you getting off, basically.
Yeah, for real. But I want to let y'all check this out, man, because they actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump down, man. I know I'm driving and shit. I'm gonna jump down.
I appreciate you for coming up, bro.
All right. I'm being in chat. Yeah.
So, as I was doing my research, I happened to run across a website who did they due diligence, did all the research they could. They're not a big media outlet, but they got a big following. And I think it's Capital B or something like that. But they requested to get the 911 call. Y'all check this out.
Hey! Who shot him? 911, what's the location of your emergency? It's like he's been dead. It's Franklin County transfer. It's going to be, hold on, it's 803. Bro, he's bleeding out the mouth. There was a male shot in the middle. Where did he hit you at?
All right, thank you, County, ma'am. Or, sir, where is he shot at?
He was shot in his back.
Okay, where is he at right now, inside or outside?
Right here, we're on Redwood. He's a kid.
Okay, are you with him right now? Did you see what happened?
Yeah, he's dead, bro.
Did you see who did this?
The dude, Craig Allen Butler, like he lives across the street in a red hoodie.
Okay, so what's his name?
Huh?
What is his name, the guy that did this?
Huh?
The guy that did this, what's his name?
The red truck did it?
Sir, I need you to talk to me. You said you saw who did this, right?
Dude, my little dude just got shot and killed.
Sir, can you hear me?
I can barely hear you, brother.
Okay, the guy that did this, is he white, black, or Hispanic?
White.
Okay, what color clothing is he wearing?
Huh?
What color clothing is the guy wearing?
Bro, like, I don't know what he was wearing. I need police to fire here quick. Like, he's been shot. He's dying.
They're on their way.
He's a kid.
They're on their way, sir. I need to know what you saw. You saw a white guy shoot him, right?
Yeah, he's in a red Chevy truck with a white thing on his side of his door.
Okay, and which way did he go?
Like, man, please get here, man. This is a kid that just got shot.
They're on their way. Which way did the guy go that did this?
The guy went out towards Briggs.
Went out towards Briggs, okay. And do you know his name?
The white guy, his name's Craig Allen Butler.
Craig Allen Butler, okay. Was he alone or was anybody with him?
Huh?
Craig, was he alone or was anybody with him?
It was him by himself.
Okay. The officers and the medics are going to be pulling up any moment.
I already know. The officer's pulling up now.
Okay. Can you tell me, Craig, did he have a handgun, a shotgun, or a rifle?
We need a medic for sure, man. Send the medics, please, man.
Okay, and they're coming over there.
So there you have it. Obviously, the person who's on the phone was a witness. He said he saw it. And I'm pretty sure he's one of the original witnesses who gave a statement. You can hear people in the background. I'm pretty sure they were original witnesses that gave statements. Now, of course, I don't even know if it would have been said unless he was asked, did Sinzae have a gun? But it wasn't said in that 911 call. I can tell you that. People, it's not going to get better in these low-income neighborhoods. Because what I read up on this neighborhood is it's a lot of violence in this neighborhood, and people stick to themselves because this type of inaction by law enforcement is normal. It's normal. So people stay to themselves. They say people very seldom go out and mingle with their neighbors because they never know when some BS gonna pop off. They don't feel safe in their own neighborhoods, people. Now, this young man lost his life. His mother had to bury her son, 13 years old, 5'8", 120 pounds. Craig Butler, 6'3", 200 pounds. How did this kid pose a threat to you, man? How? Is this another modern day lynching? If Sinzae did not have a gun, what was his purpose of getting out of his vehicle and shooting this kid? Make it make sense. Right. Nothing about a mask or a shootout. He just killed him. Witnesses saying he had a mask on with a gun. Somebody walked up to him after he was shot and removed an object. Wasn't sure if it was a gun. Who? I'm pretty sure there's surveillance cameras somewhere in that neighborhood. I pray it is anyway. But the way things are going, what's up, Balance? The way things are going, if it is surveillance, CCTV in that neighborhood, it's covered up. Because that's all it seems to me. It's a cover-up. Why are they protecting Craig Butler? I don't know. He got a criminal background. He shouldn't even have a gun in the first place. He was on probation. Why are you protecting this man? He don't mean the community no good. I ain't saying he's the worst person in the world, but now he is. Because you killed a kid, bro. You a coward. And this man is walking free till this day. In a neighborhood where he killed the kid. He lives in that neighborhood. Sad world. It's a dangerous world. Yeah, absolutely, Jizzle. They gave a very vague description on what happened. He got out of his truck, shot him twice, got back in his truck and fled. I feel like if there was some type of confrontation or argument, he yelling at him while he riding by, I think that would have been said. Somebody would have said something at least by now, right? But the only thing that was said was he got out of his truck and shot him and killed him and left. That's always been said. And now we got people saying the kid shot at him first. You got to be one bold person to be driving your vehicle while somebody's shooting at you, put it in park while they shooting at you, get out and shoot them and feel comfortable that you're not going to get hit by a bullet. Man, that's bullshit. Who's going to get out of a vehicle that they're being shot at? You, like YJ said, you speed off. You are risking your life if you stop that vehicle and try to play He-Man, Superman. Oh, you shooting at me. I got something for him. Because if that kid was shooting at you, as soon as you got out that damn vehicle, he would have popped your ass. If his intentions was to hurt you or harm you or kill you. Especially with you walking up on him. You think a person with a gun is going to let you walk up on them and shoot them? No. Come on, man. I don't care if you strapped in your vehicle. You're getting shot at. The first thing is to find safety. Not to stop the vehicle and shoot back. Come on, man. Make it make sense, man. I'm pretty sure the detectives, the investigators, they know. They know. 2 + 2 = 4, man. All damn day. Now this mother has to worry about her son just leaving this earth and nothing is going to be done about it. Excuse me. Tell me what you think, man. I don't stay on here very, very long. I just want to get my point across, do my due diligence, and keep the story being pushed because these stories tend to get forgotten about. And when I seen it, there was an update on it. I said, oh, man, let me see what's going on because I just want to know what happened because the last thing I heard was they did, drop the damn charges because he claimed self-defense. And just, about 6-7 days ago, this article comes out that the story changed. Several witnesses. I don't know, people. I know one thing, we gotta keep fighting for justice for this kid. I'm gonna do my part, like I always do. Remember this kid, man. Sinzae Reed. We try not to bring race into these type of stories, but this is obvious a racial issue. If you can't see it, you just covering your damn eyes. Point blank, period. Honestly, I think if they were shooting at each other, 911 calls would have been a hella different. Oh, probably so, because if it was a shootout, people probably would have called 911 a lot earlier. Somebody outside shooting. Did they have a previous interaction before that date? That's the information that we don't know. Like I said, the information that they gave us when this story broke was very vague. Craig Butler rolled up on him, got out of his car, shot him 2 times, and sped away. That's all they told us. That was it. And that was a problem for me in the beginning. You go back to that live, I said that. That's a problem for me. It got to be more to this story. Why did you do this to this young man? And that was one of the things I was thinking, but I wasn't going to jump to no assumption that they had some type of interaction, because there are evil people in this world that just kill people. It could have been a mistaken identity. He could have thought Sinzae was somebody else. Who knows? We don't know. But with the information that they gave us, that man should be locked up, facing murder charges. Not no misuse of a handgun, not tampering with evidence. Because originally he denied shooting at the boy at first. He denied it. Why? Why did you deny it? If it's self-defense, why would you deny it? But he came out and said it. The way the guy kept saying he's a baby, I don't think he would be saying that if he was shooting at the car. Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely, Jizzle. Agreed. Sad, man. Sad. It's this world is dangerous, man. It's a dangerous world. And people wonder why I stay in the house. I know I can die here. I feel like I got them increase my chances of living a little longer if I stay my ass in the damn house. For real. Bullet don't have nobody's name on it. Once that thing leave that chamber, if you cross paths with that bullet, you just became a victim. And I know it bothered the mother because, Sinzae told her he wasn't feeling good. She didn't even know he left out the house. Till somebody come knock at your door and say, your son has been shot. And you thinking he in the house the whole time. Put yourself in that mother's shoes. Man. Well, I ain't gonna keep rambling on. I think I got my point across. I think I got the message across. Thank y'all for coming through to the Community Crime Network channel. Share the live if you can. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and get on up out of here. I'll chat with y'all next time.